How many of you have been sitting a lot today? Let's start standing. Everybody stand up. And just stay towards the back of your mat. Take your hands away from your hips. Let your arms swing a few times. Let them remember where they should be if they've been up here all day. Take a moment to just notice what the position is of both of your feet. If you're standing in a particular way that your feet are not doing the same thing, just take a moment and try to adjust. Let your shoulders come way up into your ears deliberately, and then draw them down and back as you take an exhale. Draw the shoulders way up into the ears deliberately. You can move your arms if you want to, and then take them way down and back on your exhale. Again, take the arms, the shoulders up, move the elbows if you want to, and pull them way down and back. And let the hands finish off facing forward. Let the thumbs turn out towards the sides of the room. Let your eyes close. Just see yourself in your mind's eye. Visualize yourself starting from your feet and working your way up. As you breathe, just imagine that your breath is giving you the ability to see yourself internally. Just draw energy, draw your awareness up through your legs, through the hips. Scan through as you're doing this, as you're breathing. Notice if there's any place in your body that just isn't feeling quite right. You might have pain somewhere today. You might have stiffness somewhere today. Just keep drawing your attention up through the body. And as you come through the rib cage, if you've already gone up to the top of your head, start over again. Go back down to the feet and just notice your body, the quality of your body from the legs up. Around the rib cage area, take note of how your breathing is sounding and feeling. Notice if you feel like your throat is doing most of your breathing, and try to incorporate more of the trunk of your body. Allow the collarbones to start to feel like they're widening. Try to get a sense of your shoulders opening out without becoming overly rigid. And you can, with your eyes closed, see if you can keep your balance and just let your neck gently move. So if you want to let your ear go down towards the left shoulder, that left ear, and then just let the neck stretch out. If doing this with your eyes closed makes you feel a little strange, you can open your eyes gently, but try it with your eyes closed so that you can practice something called interoception. Just let the head go to the other side if you're doing a little bit of a neck stretch. Try to remember to keep breathing. Monday morning at 10 o'clock, I taught the ballpoint class to 7 women who live in Lighthouse Point. They're younger. They're all younger than me and you guys. And, they're younger moms. Totally stressed out, all of them. Totally stiff. Several women couldn't get their arms on the floor behind them. They had no injury. I thought maybe someone had an elbow injury, like you can get your arms on the floor much better. I'm telling you this because there's so much disconnection for people. They're moving too fast. They're totally stressed out. It was Monday morning and this girl was already totally stressed out about her whole week. Just really disconnected from the body. So if these minutes here at the beginning of class feel, like I want to get to it, we are getting to, this is it. This is it in a way. Reconnecting to the body, becoming whole again. And remembering what it's like to move. Remapping the body. Okay, if the eyes are closed, you can open them now. As you take an inhale, arms are going to go out to the sides of the room and all the way up, and you're going to lift up the heels away from the floor. We're going to do this several times. You're going to take an exhale, and the arms are going to come down, and the heels are going to come down. Take another inhale, raise the arms up overhead, try to lift the heels off the floor, and as you exhale, send the arms out, lower the heels down. We're going to do this like 5 more times so that you can get the timing right. As you inhale, the arms go up, the heels go up. As you exhale, the arms go out. Try to get the arms and the heels to rest down at somewhat the same time. Again, try it again. Arms go up on your inhale, lift your heels up. As you slowly exhale, the arms go out, the heels come down. Again, inhale. Notice what you're doing with your trapezius muscles. They shouldn't be up in your ears. As you exhale, take the arms down. Big lengthening out with the arms. Inhale. Stretch your arms like you're trying to reach to the sides of the room. And as you take an exhale, same kind of energy, reaching away from the body, reminding your arms that they have length there. Try it again. Take an inhale, raise the heels up, raise the arms up. Fluid. Exhale. Reach away from yourself. There should be no bend in your elbows. If you're that close to someone, do something about it. Move up on your mat. Again, inhale. Raise the arms out and up. As you exhale, slowly everything comes back down. Just match your own breath. Match your own breath. Good. Now we're going to take an inhale. The arms are going to come out to the front of the room. Keep the heels down. As you exhale, just let yourself spill forward. Arms can bend here. Bend the knees a lot. Fold the face into the shins. As you take an inhale, reach out and stand up again. Just unwinding it and winding it again. As you exhale, just drape the body forward. Here, I want you to bend the arms. I didn't want you to a moment ago. As you inhale, just a nice, fluid, primitive, graceful kind of a movement. That's nice. Exhale, bend the knees. Drape yourself over your legs. Face turns in towards the legs, and then as you inhale, stand up again, evenly pushing through the floor. Leslie, your feet are a little close together. If your back is fine, I don't care. Otherwise, move them. Exhale, spill forward. Bend the knees like you're just opening over yourself. Come on up. That's your inhale. Pushing evenly through both of your feet. One more time. Exhale, spill. Spill like a waterfall coming over the legs. And inhale. Nice. Standing up strong, but there's a fluidity there. Arms come out to the sides of the room and go down. Step forward with your right leg. So this is somewhat like a warrior position, but don't try to line your legs up front to back at all. I want everybody's right, Mary's got the perfect stance. Her right leg and left leg are a really good distance away from each other. So not even close to being lined up. Okay? The back heel is going to stay into the floor. More graceful movement. So as you inhale, you're going to just bend into that front knee and drape the arms up. And as you exhale, you're going to straighten the leg. This is going to seem like nothing. This is going to undo a lot of the sitting weirdness. As you inhale, bend the knee a lot. Arms reach up. As you exhale, press against the floor, straighten the knee. You can open the chest a little bit by pulling the elbows more if you want to. As you inhale, bend that front knee a lot. Exhale. Creating a little bit of a pulling in the back. Inhale, bend the knee forward. Reach the chest up. As you exhale, the torso shouldn't be leaning. Inhale, bend into the front knee, chest is lifting, and there's nothing wrong with holding your breath there. Exhale, take it back. Do it one more time. Inhale, come forward. Keep your chest lifted, and exhale, come back. Step the left foot up, step the right foot back. Before we do, I just want to say, when you let your exhale, which includes the pause after your inhale, the exhale, and the pause after the exhale, when you let that be a lot longer than your inhale, you're engaging your parasympathetic nervous system. Your sympathetic nervous system is what's usually on way too much. It's supposed to be a very brief stress response type of a part of your nervous system. For most of us, we walk around with our sympathetic nervous system on like 80-90% of the day. So this breath will help you to shift into parasympathetic, which if you're interested, look it up or ask me about it, but just trust me. Take an inhale, bend that front knee. As you exhale, straighten the leg. Just nice and delicate. Inhale. Like those arms are just floating up in a pool, and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. The front foot could be further forward if you want. Inhale. Nice floating arms. And exhale. You can keep this nice and easy, or you can make this more of a pull right there. Inhale, float the arms up, the front knee bends, the chest is open, the back is long. As you exhale, you're straightening the front leg. You can pull a little bit, definitely open the chest there. Inhale, knee bends. Exhale, bring it back. I want everybody on this next one to look at their left toes. If they're clasping the floor, don't do that anymore if you can help it. Inhale, bend the knee. Try not to clasp the toes. Good. And exhale, come on back. Good. Step that right foot up to meet the left one. Inhale, let the arms float up to the front. As you exhale, drape yourself over the legs, fold all the way down into a forward fold, staying there. Taking a few breaths. If you want to bend your knees back and forth here, you can. If any of you feel like the back of your neck is just weird this afternoon, this evening, you can clasp your hands right now and put them at the base of your skull, at the ridge of your skull. Yeah, like that. I would clasp them together and just let the weight of your hands against the ridge of your skull, that's your occiput. Let it kind of lengthen the neck down. It's a nice bit of traction that we don't get normally. Try to let the elbows open out to the sides and breathe. Keep the knees bent. If the arms are up by the neck, let them release down. Keeping your knees bent. Inhale and lift up halfway, pushing your fingertips into your shins somewhere. Undo that. Exhale, fold yourself back down into the legs. I'd like everyone to try to flatten their back when you come up this time. Inhale, keep the knees bent, stick the tailbone out, try to flatten your back. Try to flatten your back. Can you go down halfway? Exhale, fold back into yourself. Almost think of this like you're doing cat lift, cow spine. Inhale, lift up halfway. I don't want to call it cow anymore. I'm going to call it cat lift from now on. Exhale, fold. Do it one more time. As you inhale, it's a cat lift, which is that dip in the back. You're opening the chest, and then exhale, fold yourself in. Inhale, stand up. Arms come out to the front. Stand up nice and strong, nice and tall. And let the arms float out by your sides. Take an inhale with just the right arm. Open it out to the side. Look at that hand as it goes all the way back behind you. Look forward as it comes through. As it opens back behind you, look at it. Inhale, reach it up. As you exhale, it opens back behind you. Keep the arm by your side. Left arm, take an inhale, open it back. That's an exhale as it comes down. Inhale as it comes forward and up. And exhale as you look back. Are you paying attention to the way your own arms are moving? Is there a difference between each side? Do you feel like you can't do this simple backstroke type of movement? Does it feel locked up? You're allowed to move the chest. Keep the arms by your side. And then inhale, arms come forward and up. Exhale, fold all the way down, keeping a bend in the knees. Fold into the legs. Step back with that right foot all the way to the back of your mat. Fingertips, fingertips. So here's the wrists. Be very aware if your wrists get tired easily. Start to notice what you're doing with your hands right away. Your eye gaze should be forward unless it's bothering your neck. Step your feet further away from each other if you can. Put the top foot up to the front more or the back foot back. Somebody's on the wrong leg. Diane, switch your leg. Right leg is back, left leg is forward. As you take an exhale, slowly let that right knee start to descend to the floor. So let the exhale bring the knee down. As you inhale, take the thigh back up towards the ceiling again and straighten the front leg. So fold into yourself. Front leg straightens. As you inhale, bend into the front knee. Come back to a lunge. Stay there, and then your next exhale, descend the right knee. Inhale, lift the knee up. Fold yourself into that front leg and straighten the leg. Perfect. Inhale, open up the throat, come back forward. Let the front knee bend. Stay there, and then as you exhale, that knee descends. If you want to let the knee descend as you come forward, that's fine. Look in the mirror once in a while. Look in the mirror. Back it up as you take an exhale. Straighten out that left leg. And we're going to stay here this time. Let the body have a moment to just get into the posture. If you want to, front leg should be as straight as you can get it. Straight as you can get it. Back heel can lift as high off the mat as it needs to for you to start to straighten the front leg more. Can you straighten that more? No, don't move your foot back. Move your foot forward more. Move your foot forward more, even more. Leg should be totally straight. If you want to take your left hand and put the heel of your hand into your left hip crease, and as you exhale, press that left hip crease back. You'll feel a length coming into the left side of your waist, right here. Notice if your inner arch of your left foot is peeling away from the floor, try to stamp it back down into the ground again. You can remove your hand from the left hip if you want to. Take a moment if you'd like and put that left hand on top of your left foot. Put it on the top of your left foot and let your hand kind of drag against the skin of the top of the foot. It's like an Indian bird type of a feeling. Try to get heavy on the big toe side of that foot. Hands come back to their normal place. As you take an inhale, open the throat, look forward, come back to a regular lunge, bending the left leg, and then step the left foot back, take a downward facing dog. Bend your knees a lot and see if you can get your tailbone to tip and point up to the ceiling. If you're already doing, that's beautiful. If you're getting really good at doing that, this is really, really nice, then don't over-exaggerate it when you hear me make that cue. Your hips need to be way up. Your chest is like I'm pulling on this center, your breastbone. If I could pull at your breastbone, I'd be pulling it back. Let your neck relax. You're going to stress out your neck big time. Beautiful, Carol. Knees can bend back and forth a couple of times if you haven't done it already. So Saturday we had a skeleton crew here. Claire knew what we did. This is a really cool way to experience downward dog. So take an inhale and come forward and just put your knees down on the ground. Take a child's pose. Stretch your wrists. You can circle the fist around. Sit back into the heels. I think I'm going to call it diamond dog because as you go backwards into downward dog, you're going to let your knees bend and open your knees apart. Take a peek at me in the mirror. So as you go back, your knees are going to do this in downward dog. How good does it feel, Claire?
Really good.
Unsolicited, she was like, well, I think I did solicit it, but then I liked it. I said, do you like this? If you do, I'll do it again. And she said, yeah, I love it. And Brenda loved it too. Why does it feel good?
Because you're opening up, I don't know.
Yeah, we both loved it. So we're going to try a few of these. Take an inhale. Come up to lifted cat. So that's cow. It used to be cow. I think that's just stupid, so we're not going to call it that anymore. And then as you exhale, you're going to go back into a downward facing dog. The knees are going to bend, and you're going to open the knees out to the sides of the room as you go back. Got it, Carol?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Further apart.
No, that's good. Your knees should be bent. Legs should be in a diamond shape. Take an inhale, come forward, lower the knees down to the ground. As you exhale, turn it into a cat spine. Back and round, tuck your chin, pull the stomach up and in. As you inhale, lifted cat, open the throat. Open the collarbones, draw your chest through your arm gate. As you exhale, lift up and go back into downward dog. As you go, the knees bend and you open the knees wide as you go back. Bend, 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 bend. Open the knees, open the knees, open the knees. Good. Come forward one more time. Take an inhale, all the way forward. Let the knees come down. Turn it into a cat. Exhale. Wait for your exhale. Tuck your chin, round your back. Pull the stomach up and in. Feel the separation in the back vertebrae. And then as you inhale, lifted cat, open the throat. Collarbones feel wide. Remember not to be too heavy on your hands. As you exhale, one more time, go back into that diamond-shaped leg dog. Into a regular dog whenever you want to. If you like what you're doing, I would stay there and play with it for a moment. So your toes actually need to turn out a little bit, your heels turn in a little bit. That helps the knees to open to the sides of the room. Okay, regular dog, lift up the right leg behind you. Take that leg, take that foot all the way up to the top of the mat. Knee comes through, thigh bone lifts into the stomach, and try to place that foot down nice and quiet at the top of the mat. You have to have nice distance between your front and your back foot. Diane, you're on the wrong leg again. That's really weird. Okay. Fingertips are on the mat. You should be much lower. Look sideways. Copy that leg. You need this foot way back, way back, way back. And I know you can do it, so just get the foot back, get the foot back, get the foot back as much as you can. And then as you take an exhale, let the left knee start to descend to the ground. As you inhale, lift the knee up, fold yourself in, straightening the front leg. And then just breathe there for a moment. When you take your next inhale, come back into your lunge, the front knee bends. And then when you exhale, the left knee descends. Try to open your throat here, don't look down the whole time. When you're ready to exhale again, fold that, unfold the leg, fold yourself into that whole straight leg. On your inhale, open up again into a regular lunge, the throat opens, the chest comes through to the front mirror. And then let the left knee descend a little bit. What's going on? Something going on here? Go ahead and lift up. Fold into that straight leg. Don't move anything. I'm just going to pull your hip back. Straighten this leg. Straighten this leg towards me. You're doing the opposite of what I want you to do. Straighten it. Come back, come back. Don't move your foot. Don't move your foot. Don't move your foot. You used to do this with me.
Okay.
Yeah. Take your right hand, push it into the hip crease. As you take an exhale, push that hip back. Let the whole side waist feel nice and long there. Using the heel of your hand would be the easiest way to get leverage in there. Notice if the top of the right foot is spilling into the pinky side. If it is, go ahead and take the hand back down when you're ready to and let it just drag along the top of that foot, kind of like an Indian burn feeling. Still trying to keep that front leg somewhat straight. Back heel can lift off the mat as much as you want it to. And then the hands go back to their regular position, come back to a regular lunge. The left foot is going to step up to meet the right one. The left foot steps up to meet the right one. And fold into the legs for a moment. Knees can bend. Arms are going to reach out to the front. Knees stay bent and just nice and strong, rise up. So the arms can float up, they can reach out. Just make sure it's a nice strong standing up to a regular mountain pose, and the arms come out and down. For the quads, let's do our standing bow. Take a nice inhale. Keep the right arm up. Left arm is going to go back behind you. Get your balance into your right leg. Pick up your left foot and hold on to it. So when you hold the foot, if you can, let go. Let go of the foot. Yes, good. You're holding on to the big toe side of your foot, to the arch, the inside arch, so that your inner elbow is pointing out towards the side of the room. So you flip your whole arm over, that's it. And now hold the inside of the foot again. Good. Looking forward, get your balance. Nothing feels like it's going right for you today with this, then I wouldn't add anything else onto it. Just stay here and work on balancing. You want to come over to the wall? Come over to the wall. Let's go. Here we go. Believe it. You got to believe you're going to be okay. If you feel like you'd like to try to go to the next place in the posture, then just think about trying to use the strength of your left leg to kick your foot into your left hand. Your heel should start to move away from you. If you don't feel steady today, just ignore all of this, but maybe one or two of you are doing this. And you're kicking. That foot is going back behind you. Your right arm is reaching forward as a counterbalance for your left leg. I want you to imagine, you guys have seen me do this to people. I put my fist into somebody's back and I pull their left ankle backwards. Open the string of your own bow in your body. Good, Amy. Come on out of it. Just, you're holding the foot wrong. If you could, I want you to hold the inside of the foot, the big tuck in, because that opens your shoulder. So try it again on the other side. Okay, take a nice inhale. Arms are going to come up. Yes, if you need the wall and you still want to see forward, you have to move around. Go ahead and keep the left arm up. The right arm is going to draw back behind you. Pay attention to what's happening in your body as you're adding on all of these movements. Grab the foot. Take your balance into your left leg and bring that right foot into your right hand. Stay there for a moment, just adjust to balancing. Your left arm is a big help here. If it's just kind of hanging out there, not doing anything energetic, bring a little bit more attention into the arm. get your breathing back to a nice pace so that your body knows that it's not under threat. You feel steady, start to kick against your right hand, your right foot. Try to keep your right thigh close to the midline. If your knee's going way out to the side of the room, try to bring it back in. You're reaching and kicking in equal part. Come on back up. Come on back up. I hesitate to say this, but I think we should try it again. Is that bothering anybody? I know a couple people have things going on in their body. Is that bothering anyone? Does that bother your feet? I think we should try it again. Before we do that, let's do a balancing stick. Maybe this will be a little bit. It'll help introduce you into a little bit more of the pose. You can stay where you are. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. But let's just do a balancing stick, and then we'll kind of reset the body and go back to one more set of standing bow. So you're going to step forward with your right leg. Your back leg, you're coming just into the toes. All your weight should be in your right leg. Reach your arms forward and up. Just keep the hands apart. If it makes you feel steadier to hold your hands together and just cross your thumbs, you can do that. Otherwise, it's not important. All your balance, all your weight needs to be in your right leg. And whenever you feel like you can, you're going to just lift your left toes off the floor, and you're in balancing stick. You're balancing. Doesn't matter what we call it. The ankle, the left ankle, is being drawn back by an invisible force. If you feel like you could start to tip like a seesaw, you can start to bring your leg up. The upper body is going to easily go down. What's going to be the work is bringing the left leg up behind you. If the arms are tired, let them reach towards the back of the room. Try to stay in the pose and get a nice, smooth breath flowing through your body. Try to breathe. If your arms are tired, reach them back behind you. Just get balance. Get onto that right leg. Feel nice and strong and easy. Be easy in the pose. To come out of it, if you haven't fallen out of it, try to take the arms forward again. So the arms come back forward. And then you bring the foot down and then take the arms out to the sides of the room. I don't know if this is going to help the next pose or not, but we have to do the other side now. We're committed, so now we have to do the other one. So step forward with your left leg. Your right toes point. Your right leg is lengthening towards the back of the room. Balance on your toes. When you feel steady, take the arms up. For some people, it helps to think of a string going through the leg that you're balancing on, through the body, and some invisible force is pulling that string out the top of your head. It can give you a little bit more of a sense of strength and stability. So if that helps you think of that. If the arms are getting tired, I would take them and reach them towards the back of the room instead of out. Take your arms back, reach your arms back behind you. Try to relax the shoulders as you do this. There's a tiny feeling and idea of a bend in the left knee if you want it there. It may help you feel steadier. You're reaching to the back of the room with that right leg, and your whole upper body is reaching to the front of the room. There has to be a balance of power between those two different directions. Otherwise you're going to come out of it. you haven't fallen out of the pose yet, try to come out of it nicely. So let the arms sweep back forward and up. Place the foot down and then take the arms out and down. Let's just do one sun salutation just to get rid of whatever you're feeling about that we just did. If you're not at the top of the mat, come on up to the top of it. Take a nice inhale, reach the arms to the front of the room and up. As you exhale, fold yourself forward, drape over the legs, let the knees bend. Take an inhale, lift up halfway, hands come into the shins somewhere to help you half lift. Chest is going to open there. Exhale, fold back over the legs again. We're going to do 2 more half lifts. Inhale, lift up halfway. Keep going with this part. Keep going up, keep going up. That's it. It's a really big feeling like you're sticking your butt out. Exhale, fold. Do you feel how that feels like you're sticking this out? Inhale, lift up halfway. Like that. And exhale, fold. Step back with the right leg. Lunge. Look up if you can. Step back with the other leg. Downward facing dog. If you want to do the diamond leg, that is nice. Do it. I love it. Take an inhale, come forward. Knees are going to come into the mat. At the same time, if you can help it, pick up the toes off the floor. From the knees to the head, you should be in a nice diagonal line. So drop your butt down. Rely on your stomach strength. Right there. Right there. That's the top of your push-up. Get your shoulders out of your neck. You're in a push-up position. Lift your hips up a little bit. You mean? That's it. Bend the elbows a tiny bit. Do a little push-up and lift up. Just the elbows bend. That's how you move. Bend the elbows. If your shoulder's still hurting from the gym, don't do these. If your shoulder's hurting you from the gym, don't do them. Bend the elbows and push up. 2 more if you can do it. Good, Carol. So nice. 1 more. Try not to put the shoulders in your ears like earrings. When you're done with your 5th one, exhale, go back into a child's pose. If you think of this, if it's important to you at all, if you're annoyed by, the challenge that you have with balancing, see if when you're washing dishes at night, if you can just, pick up 1 foot off the floor and just, bend 1 knee, just so that your foot lifts off the ground. The motion of washing a dish and trying to stay steady like that, you do that once in a while, just for fun. Remember to do it to both legs, but you can practice this if you feel like you want to get better at balancing. But you're only trying it once or twice a week here, maybe. It's going to take a while. Take an inhale, come on up to a nice tabletop. Tuck the toes underneath you. Try to lift the knees up at the same time and go back to a downward dog. Knees can play apart if you want to a diamond. Take the left leg and lift it up behind you. It's the first time this leg is coming up to the front. Other leg, Diane. You're consistent tonight. I like that. Bend the knee. Bring the leg under the body. Try to get the thigh up into the stomach. Good, Leslie. And put the foot all the way up at the top of the mat. All the way up at the top of the mat. Foot position should be shoulder width apart. You're nice and light on your fingertips. Step up your other foot to the top of the mat. Forward fold. If you want to take a full squat here, some people like that for their back at this point. If that's you, take a squat. Heels lift. Just whatever feels good to you. If you don't want to, don't take one. When you're ready to come back up from squat, come back up. Don't feel rushed. It's good? Good balance? Okay. We're going to come on up to standing again. We'll try one more round of standing bow. So if you want to take a journey to the wall, if you're just having a terrible time with it, there's plenty of wall space, these walls. Just don't mess with all of the problems with it. Just go take some wall space. There's plenty. 1, 2, 3 walls. They're all over the place. Standing nice and tall. So if you're against a wall, the way you're going to start, you're not going to be able to look at yourself, so just forget about that. Get up against the wall. You're not going to be able to see yourself. Just use the wall, because you'll be way too far away, and it's going to mess you up. So you're right up against the wall. Starting there. If you're over here in the middle of the room, inhale, take both of the arms up. And then, okay, so take the left arm back behind you. Left arm back behind you. Before you try to add a bunch of stuff on, just mentally shift your balance into your right leg. Mentally, you should be looking forward, no matter where you are in the room. Keep looking forward. Try to just listen to my voice, because I'm not doing anything that's going to help you visually. It won't help anyway. You should be able to do it in your body. It might be nice to look at, but it won't help you. Your hand should be back here. So already I see a lot of this. So now look at me. You can't start this pose from here. You have to open right here. Do any of you play tennis? Does this look a little familiar? You throw that ball up and then the racket goes back. Open your chest. And then your hand is way back here. And then get the foot into the hand. Don't start all closed up. Try to start open and expanding. The palm of your hand. Good, Amy. Perfect. Good. Everybody's inside eye of the elbow is facing out. That's how you know you've got a good grip. Just stay there. Is your grip busting your foot? Are you holding your foot for dear life? Relax the grip on your foot a little bit. You could use 2 fingers. That right arm is important. Shoot it forward. Shoot it into that target. Don't need to see yourself. Good. Kick the foot back. Kick your foot to the back of the room. Does anyone want me to pull their foot back? No, thank you. Open the string of the bow. Shoot and kick. It will happen. It will happen. It's just when. When will it happen? Come back up when you're ready to. If you're enjoying it, enjoy it for another moment. Come back up. Just, get rid of it. If you liked it, great. If you hated it, if you're using the wall, you're going to have to turn around or you have to get your other side of your body against the wall. So you face the back of the room or go to the back wall. It doesn't matter. You're over there. Anyone know this song? You know it? You love it? I love this song. Yeah, it's like, I found this again. Yeah, really pretty. Arms up. So if you're against the wall, again, just keep your body close to the wall. Don't jam yourself in there, but close enough that it's there for you. Right arm is going to open back behind you. As the arm opens back behind you, you're opening your chest. Try to keep your left arm up. Good, Kim. Balance goes into that left leg. You look nice and mess it up, but you guys look nice. That's very nice, Leslie. I'm watching you. Watch that you don't. Watch that you don't.
I wish I could come out of this gracefully.
It was nice though. Good, Claire. Everybody looks good. It is better the second time, so you probably were really mad that we had to do it again, but it was better for everybody the second time. That Sade song is never as good as the first time. She's lying. Now, it doesn't apply to yoga. You can come up out of that when you want to. Okay. Come back to your mat. As you exhale, bring the right foot against the left one, and then take your right arm out to the side and down. Reach your fingertips down your leg, turn your left palm so it faces the right side of the room. Reach your fingertips in the directions that they're facing, that they're pointing towards. As you take an inhale, just extend the arms in those two different directions, and as you exhale, lengthen yourself over to the right as much as you want to. I would be really attentive to what you're doing with this part of your body. I would not sacrifice, wow, I just got a rush of blood go through my arm from just that couple of brief moments. Did you? Yeah. Just as soon as my hand came down. That's the payoff, so I would wait as long as you can. Don't compromise this staying open to go over this way more. You should look nice though. Feet should be totally together. Totally together. They're supporting you in this movement. Your legs are like one nice piece. You should be inhaling and exhaling. If you have to hold your breath where you are, it's too far. And then come on back over to center. Keep the arms here. And then just very gracefully trade places with the arms. Like you're a machine, some nice graceful machine. Do it again. Switch the arms back to the other side. Switch the arms back again. Reach the fingertips down on that left side. Reach the fingertips up on the right. If your arm is out here, like this, like a horse blinder, if that's where you can go, if that's your range of motion right now, that's fine. But if it's not, you're just not thinking about it, try to take the arm back. All of this connective tissue in here gets a nice stretch. Rush of blood again. When you take your exhale, wait for your exhale, then you start to lengthen over towards the left. As you lengthen to the left, you keep reaching those left fingertips down further. Make sure that you're not holding your breath. Just breathe. That arm, that left arm kind of presses into the leg to support you going over this way. The legs are zipped up like they're one solid piece. And then come back up to your center. Switch the arms. Switch the arms again. Switch them one more time. Take the right arm up to meet the left one. And just stand in an upward handstand here. Both of the arms are up. Just sometimes if you close your eyes, just get out of looking at yourself or anything in the mirror. Just feel what's going on in your body. Where do your shoulders feel like they are if you weren't looking? Maybe when you take away your sense of sight, your sense of feeling, that kinesthetic quality will kick in for you a little bit more. Very possible. Can you straighten your arms more without hiking your shoulders into your neck too much? Reach the arms out and down. Arms go forward and up. Palms come together. Step your feet together if they're apart, and squat all the way down to the ground. Squeeze the knees, squeeze the thighs, lift the heels all the way down into the ground. Fingertips can touch the floor if they need to. You can play around here with how high into the balls of your feet you're coming. That's great, your feet are doing good. For you to be up like that, it's good. Notice what you're doing with your ankles. Notice how high your heels are or not. If your heels are really high, you can play around with trying to drop them more. And then that kind of gets into your Achilles tendons. Reach your hands back behind you and just try to get down to the floor with the butt gracefully without doing a backward somersault. Unless you deliberately want to do one. If you are going to come off your mat and you don't want to when you lay back, move yourself up a little bit. lay back down into the floor, maybe let the knees come with you. So just lay the back on the ground, bring the knees in towards the chest and towards the stomach. You can hold onto the shins. For some people at this point, it's nice to lift your head and try to get your forehead towards your knees. For some people, that feels good somewhere in the back. If that's you, you can take a try at it. Clasp both of your hands on top of your right shin. Stretch your left leg up to the ceiling. Head can come down if it's up. And then lengthen that left leg towards the front of the room, lengthening out from your heel. Just take the leg and lower it and lengthen it out and down. Keep slowly exhale and take the leg back down. Think of like a 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that, maybe 5, maybe 6. And then 1 count, boom, bring the leg back up. It's a little bit of reflexive strength you're trying to practice. Lower the heel, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1. Bring the leg back up, good. Lower it for 2, 3, 4, that was fast, Diane, 5, 6, and 1. Take the leg back up. Is everyone's back okay when you're doing this? Okay. Lower the heel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Use your stomach. Pull the leg up on 1 beat like that. And then lower it for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Take the leg back up. Lower it down 1 more time. And let that leg rest on the floor now. Let that leg rest on the floor. If any of you feel like you would like to take that right knee over towards like the rib cage, so the knee kind of comes towards your right armpit, you can do that. You just let the knee go out to the side. You just keep your right hand there on the knee, on the shin. Just let the leg come out to the side. Some people like the way this feels, some people don't. That's why I want to give you the choice. Undo the clasp of the hands. Take the hand away. Straighten that right leg up to the ceiling. Let your left leg bend in. Clasp your hands the other way that you don't traditionally like to clasp your hands. Whatever feels weird is the other way. And then let that right leg go down. So the first time we put the leg down, I don't know that you all did it slow, because you didn't know what we were doing. You just kind of let the leg lengthen out and it's hovering. Just keep it there. Just keep it there for a few moments, shooting energy out through the bottom of the right foot, getting a nice squeezing in with that left leg. And here we go on 1, just boom, take the right leg up, and then down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6, and then boom, on 1, take it up, lower for 1, 2, try not to use momentum when you come up, 4, 5, 6, come up on 1, you good, that was much better, stomach strength, and down for 1, 2, 3, is your jaw tight, try to loosen it, and 5, and 6, bring it up for 1, lower down for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up on 1, good, lower for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, take that one more time, come down, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, let the leg come up one more time, takes it down, you can let it rest on the floor this time. This is great. If you get a real nice interlace on your fingers all the way down to the webbing of your hands, that can help if you have like aches in your hands some days from like just clawing on your phone and small objects too much. If you'd like to take the left knee over towards the left side of the ribs, over towards the left armpit, you can just move it over into that direction. Right leg still has a tension in it, like you're standing on it somewhat. Extend your left leg up to the ceiling, extend your right leg up to the ceiling, so that both legs come above the heart, above the hips for a few moments. If you want to move the ankles around or point and flex the feet a few times, do that. Being mindful of your tailbone, trying to keep the feeling of your tailbone pointing into the front of the room. Both of the knees come into, this is different than just hugging your knees in. You're trying to keep your tailbone pointing forward so your knees won't come up into your chest and your throat so much. Both of the knees come down into the body and just try to grab one wrist with the other hand on top of your shins. Try to grab one wrist with the other hand on top of, that's it. So if the butt feels like it's peeling up off the floor, try to keep it down more. This has all but disappeared probably from a lot of, classes, but this is the third part of what was called linger moving pose. Both of the legs come down into the body, not necessarily up into the throat, up into the chest. It's more of an exercise in trying to discipline the tailbone forward, getting rid of that potato chip effect. If you pull the legs down into the abdomen and you've got some digestion issues today, that could resolve with the help of this pose. Release the hands, let the right leg lengthen out towards the floor. We'll do a little gentle hamstring stretch, straighten the left leg up to the ceiling and clasp your hands somewhere behind that leg. You can point the foot or flex the foot, either one of them or both of them. You're going to definitely feel a difference when you flex that left foot versus pointing it. Right leg is acting like you're standing on it on the ground. So if you've been pointing and flexing the right foot, I would prefer you flex it now, like you're standing on it. If you want to lift your head, anybody, towards your left knee, you can do that now. Trying to bring your head towards your leg towards your head. Be reasonable with yourself. Just starting to kind of let everything cool down. This is like one of the final things we'll be doing, so just be gentle. When you're ready to let the head come down, if it's lifted, you can go ahead and let it lower. Cross that left ankle on top of your right thigh. Bend your right knee, put your right foot on the floor. Take your left hand and send it through the hole between your legs. Clasp your hands around the back of that right thigh. Push the left elbow, the left forearm against the thigh. Like a man sits. Put your ankle here. That's out. There you go. And put the left hand through the hole. And the right hand goes around. Look up. Open this up. Move this away from yourself if you can. Flex this foot. That's it. Remember this one? It feels like a million years, right? Diane. you like it. I mean, you three of you just invented a new pose, and it's the same one. So that's, there you go. That was like eagle legs with, I don't know, it was funny. It was easier, I would venture to say, than this is, right? Subconsciously, you might have known we were going here. He said, no thanks. Try to push. So I was really surprised. My chiropractor yesterday, he put me in this position. I just was resting. He was just working on me, and my hands were just, my arms were by my side, and he just put my legs in this position, and he just kind of pushed my legs toward me, and I was really surprised that he did this. I feel good about continuing to teach this pose because he did that with me. He said, this is excellent for your piriformis. Excellent. You know, because I'm scrutinizing a lot of postures now. So if you want to really go for it in the last moment or two, you can. If you want a little bit extra, but you feel like you can't get it with just the arms, you can rock over a little bit to the right here at the end. Let yourself come back over the center. Undo all of that, place the feet on the floor. Lengthen your left leg out. Take your right leg up. And then do a hamstring stretch on this leg. Clasp the hand somewhere behind that leg wherever you want to. Other leg. Did you do the wrong leg the other time? You should be on the right leg. The right leg should be the one that you're clasping. Straighten your left leg. Totally straighten your left leg to the floor. Okay. Does that feel like you just did it a few moments ago? So you did this leg, or you switched it again? You're a sneaky devil, aren't you? Diane, have you been drinking today? You've never done this. I want to know what you did today, and I'm going to come with you next time. Oh, if you didn't lift your head yet in all of the fun and games here, you can lift your head. Try to bring your knee towards your head towards your knee. Try to keep breathing when you do this, though. So the obvious thing is to just stop breathing. We hold the breath. We try to just, muscle into it. It's not wrong, but it would be better to breathe. And then when you want to let the head come down, let the head come down. We're going to do our foot to knee pose on the other side. So release your hands, release the legs. Cross the, Diane, I don't know what you did now, I'm sorry. So we're going to cross the left, I can't look at her. We're going to cross the right leg on top of the left thigh. Send the right arm through the hole between the legs. Clasp your hands behind the left hamstring. I feel like you did this on the correct leg. So now you need to do what we're doing. Yeah. You are so funny tonight. That's it. Okay.
Yes,
if your chin,
you're right.
Yeah. If your chin is popping up to the ceiling, by the way, it's corresponding to something going on in your hips. And just be aware. Try to keep your jaw loose. This new different massage person I'm going to now, she was like kind of just massaging around the Achilles tendon and like the heel area. Oh my goodness. And the outside of my left heel type of area felt really strange, and she was just trying to just kind of, lengthen through that, kind of like taffy. And she said it has something to do with your hips. So there's all kinds of connections in the body if you want to, if you subscribe to, acupuncture, meridians and things like that. Sometimes you can figure out what's going on somewhere just by paying attention to where your hands and feet may feel tender. If you haven't already, you can rock over to the left a little bit if you want to just get a little bit more opening through the right hip. A feeling of space in there. Try to take a deep breath while you're here. You'll feel that breath most likely in that butt cheek, that right butt cheek. And when you want to come back over to center and unwind it, go ahead and unwind it. Let the feet come to the floor if you want. Let the knees come to the chest, wherever you want to do now. We're just going to transition into a final rest. So give yourself a moment to do any final thing you might want to do. Sometimes people like to do that windshield wiper type of thing with the knees side to side. Spine twists are really annoying for some people and really heavenly for other people. So if you would like to just bring your knees, both to one side and twist your spine, you can do that. Make sure that you're just giving yourself equal time, whatever you're doing right now. Equal time between left and right. Quality of your personality or your behavior, or what you think about yourself. These 2 or 3 minutes can be a very good time for you to state them to yourself quietly. And if you're going to practice affirmations or anything like this at all in your life, as you say them out loud when you cannot hear, obviously, but imagine that you're saying it out loud. And as you say these things, I am healthy. I have a wonderful life. I'm confident. Imagine these words just painting themselves onto you. Let those words cover you. Try to imagine receiving forgiveness that somebody may not even be thinking of extending to you. Just receive it anyway. I heard something very beautiful when I was listening to someone speaking about marriage. He said he had some scriptural references the wiring of us. We are wired to actually seek out a mate who will help us heal. And they're seeking us because we will help them heal. Subconsciously, this is what we're looking for. And it can feel like we maybe have made a wrong choice, like we're with the wrong person, because in order to heal, you and that other person are going to touch each other's wounds. That thing from a very long time ago with that other person's father or mother or something, some person. When you allow your marriage to do what it is designed to do, to let that healing happen mutually between the two of you, to try to allow each other to touch those wounds so that you can heal each other and be a beautiful unit, the better your life will be, the more you will enjoy yourselves. Took a lot of notes while I listened to that. I found it to be true for myself and for my husband. So I share it with you. He said something else. He said, truth without kindness is like surgery without anesthesia. So we should respect each other enough to be truthful, but to do it kindly. Be as kind as we can, even when somebody may not deserve it. It's not relevant. You may feel the air against the toes. Feel the floor where you're resting the backs of your hands against it. Notice where you feel your breath filling your body when you inhale. Where is it emptying when you exhale? With the silent instruction to the body, you can invite some kind of small movement if you would like to right now. If you feel like you'd like to let the legs bend, let the knees come in, let them do so. shared with you, with somebody other than, a mate, a spouse. Maybe there's somebody else that is gravitating to you and you're gravitating to them because there's healing that can happen there if you let it. So I'm starting to, as I get older, I'm starting to notice there's just very universal themes in life that we can apply in so many places, and I think that's, those are the valuable things. That the more applicable something is universally, the more valuable it is. And, seeing things with the freshest eyes that you can every day. Whether you've been looking at that thing, that person, that situation for 30 years, just try to see it with fresh eyes. I posted this cute picture today, and it said, rediscover childlike wonder. Maybe that's part of that. So I'll leave myself and all of you with those thoughts, and we'll see what percolates, right? Some of it we'll think about again, and maybe some of it we will. Have a great night. I'll meet you in the park on Thursday if you want to come, 6 o'clock-ish. If you're 5 minutes late, it'll be fine. Several people have said if it was a teeny bit later, they could make it. So if 10 minutes makes a difference, we'll make it 10 minutes later. I can stall. And then I'll be here Saturday. So hope to see you somewhere. Thank you. Have a good night. You're welcome.
Ooh.